Today we're going to be testing out a Sun team, Scovillain here. And it has Sunfish, the Sunfish. The fire moves with the Terra type already go crazy. Let me see if it's Terra-Fire. And then Sun, who's living this, man? Unless you're a Heatran, you're getting eviscerated. As well as using the new Donphan fighting and the Salamence. Which is interesting that I haven't used the Salamence yet. It's been 2 weeks now, actually, on the date. So we're also facing Sun. That's gonna be cool. It's funny. I thought about making this plus speed because I'm choice banded. I was like, you know what? I like power. You know, I like to just do damage to things. And so I decided to just keep as is. So we'll see what good that makes. The Skovster, unfortunately, fire destroys him. I wonder if Terra Ground, Terra Ice. Is Terra Ice? Will Terra Ice be good for Dragonite? We'll see how this thing does, truth be told. I don't know what the fuck to expect from this. Since he's like a fuck ton of Sun users. Actually, this thing isn't part fire. My Corviknight isn't that great in this matchup. My fish gets a KO every time it comes in, so it's very unlikely. I'm actually modest. Storm Zone, bro. That's just too much power, bro. You're overdoing it now. Like everybody's modest. I got this. So really, what I'm looking at here is headlong rush sweeping. Once Rotom goes down. So phase 1 is going to involve my Salamence. One, just the typing was the worst case scenario would have been Fish versus Torkoal. There's no situation where I let Torkoal there. And a Rotom versus my Behemoth would have been a pretty tricky situation as well. So this allows for me to go for the U-turn. Dragon Claw. No, U-turn's fine. Yeah, U-turn's fine. If he chooses to stay in, I do have my own fish, unless he specs. I don't know why he even leave this in on a leave his fish in on a Salamence, unless he's gonna. I don't want to waste a turn. So basically, my options here are to, if I'm faster, I probably 2 KO with Crunch. Not 100% on that. But his fish is one of the only things that my my Scovillain can't deal with. Everything else probably dies to a growth flamethrower as he opts for the silver wing. I keep thinking this thing is fire. There are 2 Volcaronas. Interesting. Wonder why Volcarona got such special treatment. As I said, I really I'm not 100 on what to expect from this. I think these things run. Suck it. Let's just go to. Oh, this shit got an attack boost. Oh, this is the. So the other Volcarona is the futuristic, and this is the. It's like, damn, how do you not know this? I really haven't played using any of those. So here he could go to the fish, but I figured Hatterene would come out. It just makes the most sense. And we want to beat down on this Hatterene pronto, but primarily you want to get that free switch in the fish. Cause fuck, Nuzzle. Oh, that sucks. That's a big deal. He does lose him on here. Assume, please fucking break through. Yes, evaporation. Interestingly enough, because of my natural bulk, and the sun, the speed actually doesn't end up mattering. I'm still faster than Hatterene. His Chiyu, I mean, we were gonna speed tie at most. He has his Bugamaboo thingamajigger. Torkoal being gone means a bit more control over the sun, but as I said, the Rotom. I suppose I can close. It's a little harder to close combat sweep. So if I opt for, if he U-turns here, which he should. I don't want his fish coming in. I'm gonna go to my he should go for U-turn. And I resist U-turn. So we want to position ourselves to where Unless it's fish is scarfed. If it's fish is scarfed, then this makes sense. It's tough to say, man, because I could destroy him here. Is it better for me to play without the sun? Because obviously my Salamence is great. If I terrestrialize dark. Okay, let's say he is. Salamence probably dies in one hit if he goes for a strong enough fire move. And if he's Scarfy too, it kills me. Okay, we're gonna give up our Torkoal here. I don't think I need sun, and the sun is actually I'm about to get it like straight. What just happened? Oh, I was about to say, what the fuck just happened? Like I legit was like, okay, so I could have killed him there, but again, you don't want to risk it being scarred, especially when this is so important. Bug fighting actually walls my dual stab. So we're gonna bring this thing out to finally do something. He's gonna fear the growth, so he should stay in. First, what the fuck? That one shot me. Okay, guys, as I said, we have a lot to learn about this first impression. What the fuck? Is it banded then? Unfortunately, I don't have. Maybe it's because of the attack boost. I need to look into this thing stats. I actually don't know anything about this Volcarona. I don't have much for it. So we're going to find out if it's choiced. It's far from over. We did lose our sun. But as I mentioned, my Donphan... Whoa, that did a ton. Well, I am banded plus. I could have Dragon Claw, but the Hatterene coming in is actually a bitch. Does he have each? Okay, so he's not banded. This does free up the fish. The upside is that the fish is in spec, so my fish can come and take two and destroy his. But he's Terra-fired. But based on... So actually, if I Terra-darked with the sun up, I swept. Based on how much U-turn did. Okay, that's good to know. Overheat. So I go to Roaring Moon here and get a KO. Yeah. So we crunch here. His partner's he's fire type now. I actually forgot that he's fire type now. It's funnily enough, it's getting to a point because now I can Dragon Claw. This is big. That's what she said. Okay, well now I can't Dragon Claw. But he has to go to Rotom Wash, and I'd assume that he'd be opting for the Will-O-Wisp. So let me think. If I go Donphan, CC this. Yeah, so we sack fish. We just fire move here is the best. We need to CC his Rotom and a Terra Dark Sweep. With my Salamence, I played this horribly, just not knowing what these things are. What is that Volcarona thing? Silverwing? I don't know why he went back to Chi. I'm pretty sure you die. Pretty sure you get one shot by this young Crunch. I mean, actually, Chi's defense is 196. I mean, I guess there's no reason not to Terra Dart now. What's my Terra type on the Donphan? Fighting. Yeah, it's just Terra Dart now. There's no reason not to. So he goes to Rotom Wash. What's interesting is that the Corviknight actually... So if I Terra Dark and Crunch twice... I can't have the Volcarona getting a free Quiver Dance. So what I'm gonna do is go Corviknight first, have him Will-O-Wisp. Well, he missed the Will-O-Wisp, which matters. If I'm just hit his See how much Brave Bird does. You're gonna bulk up because he's just gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp. Why not? And this allows for us to just Brave Bird. I want to catch his Volcarona. It's not like that's the fucking goal, because Rotom is walled by my. So he goes Hat. No, we just bulk up spam. That way the Volcarona can't get a free foul play. Very interesting. Actually, this might just do the trick. The Volt switches here, probably into Hatterene. Okay. And Volt switches into Hatterene here. So we substitute again. Because what I'm trying to do is position, because I know Hatterene is going to come in. The Hatterene can't touch my Corviknight actually, because it showed Nuzzle, so it's probably not running Mystical Fire. So he's going to go back to his Rotom Wash. But because I have pressure, I can actually bulk up. And once I get the Rotom down to a certain point, say I Astro Volcarona now, which is what I've been wanting, it should die. Doesn't die. Doesn't matter, I'm staying in. Because now I can just close combat away. The Hatterene might be able to take it. Actually, doesn't even matter if Hatterene can take it. The game's over. I guess I could get the you know what. I don't want to call it out. It goes to Rotom. This is best case for me. Because, well, you Will-O-Wisp's here. But it shouldn't matter, one, because you can't touch me. The Pterodark's going to do way too much to where even with a defense drop, I mean, even with my attack halved, the Volcarona is too low and it can't take a Choice Banded Pterodark Crunch from that range of health. There's just no way. If he can, that means he's slower than my Donphan. So, gets a defense drop. There's no way he's max speed. Yeah. Well, he's so slow that he couldn't even outspeed my Salamence. But I should have known that based on how much he took from the Brave Bird. He took 63 from the Brave Bird. And that's a neutral Brave Bird. Offensive Volk would have gotten. So, you know, I didn't expect... I wasn't worried because I knew how weak he was to Mince, but I let the Volcarona bug do way too much to me. I didn't even data what it did. So he's still learning, and for those who aren't playing and watch the metagame through my videos, you can experience this learning with me. But as I mentioned, as we learn more and more, eventually it's going to get to a point where we've seen quote-unquote it all, and it's just going to be very difficult to surprise. But data Silverwing, is that what it's called? Silverwing? Not Silverwind, I'm talking Silverwing, whatever. No Pokemon. Okay. I forgot what that shit is called. But Sun plus Fish isn't as great because he has the ultimate Fish counter. Surprised at how many people aren't using T-Tar considering it's the ultimate Fish answer. It's like the ultimate Fish answer. I guess T-Tar. And T-Tar, I actually don't think T-Tar is bad. I'm going to use some T-Tar. I forgot it was in the game. T-Tar is not bad in the metagame either. So let's see. Bulk up Corv wins, especially if I can get this to terrestrialize, which he likely will when he sees my Corviknight come in, because he's gonna expect it to have body press. He goes Terra Fairy, and then my Corviknight actually bulk up beats. In theory, we'll see. My Choice Scarf down fans Headlong Rush, or even close combat. More Headlong Rush goes a long way. Chorko's defensive capabilities versus the this, it goes a long way, and versus the this. And lastly, my Sun boosted Dragon Claws go a long way. So phase 1, I wonder if this one-shot Chomp. Let's find out. If he's max defense, it won't. Goes Hard King Gambit, which is great for us. I'd assume he'd expect my Torkoal or my Donphan to be defensive, opt-in. Like, he's super weak to Donphan, like a defensive variant of Donphan. I'll see if I can do something with the Scovillain. It's very good. But because it's so frail, because I died to a first impression, um, I don't think he's gonna switch out because he doesn't know if I'm on booster or not. Actually, based on the Dragon Claw damage, you might know. So if it does pivot back to Garchomp, I guess he's like, well, I just want this damage on you and such and things and such. So I'm actually part fire. Fuck, but he's gonna rocks anyway. I actually forgot that I was part fire. So the thing was neutral. So he should fear growth and let me Terra Ice him. If I growth and he goes T-Tar. If I Terra Blast and he goes T-Tar, I'm boned. I don't know how much this guy knows. This is when I want to use my Terra type on. I don't need my Terra type for anything else. He goes T-Tar. So good shit, good shit. I wasn't sure if that was obvious or not. I don't know how common this Pokemon is. So now I'm in a horrible position. Because we have to go with Great Tusk. Edidis, I don't know why he, just a free Headlong Rush. Wow. Yo, this is fucking lit. I'm not even mad at that. I am not even mad at that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Holy fucking shit. So he drank. What's Covalaine's speed? It's actually faster than Tar. So okay, that's not bad. Yo, this is some shit. Thankfully, Donphan isn't dead. Rapid spin hits the Stone Edge. I figured he probably had that, but on the odd chance that he missed. Is it strong enough to take on 450? Yeah, he did just enough with the Terrafly. Yo, that is crazy. That is some shit. Actually, maybe Flamethrower is stronger. Terra Ice, 120, technically stab. Flamethrower in the sun, stab. I think Terra Blast should do it, yeah. Because I'm life orb. Man, this is not, I ain't even mad, bro. Now it's far from lost, obviously, because I still have my Corviknight, but this is an issue for me. I'm guessing he's just gonna Sucker Punch. I don't know if he's Choice Sucker, and he's just going to keep suckering until the sun wears off. So I guess it's gonna be, he's not gonna know if I'm Choice Scarf or not. So he's likely going to go to his Garchomp. I'm going to overeat, seeing if I can one-shot the Chomp. Or he can go Dragonite. Both work. Corviknight 1v1's Guard. Woo! That is good damage. Dark Pulse, Dragon Claw obviously comes out. So because I can't control the... Let's see, Dragon Claw... Now, the downside is that, man, the Terraflying T-Tar... But as I said, we want to be run up by all the things so that they can't work multiple times. I've never seen a T-Tar, so I didn't even know what the hell. And again, him having the rocks up means my Donphan dies. But what we can do, depending on what his Goldengo is, depending on what his Goldengo is, Sun Turn, 1 left. Depending on what his Goldengo is, this is set up fodder for the Uncorv. So it's probably could be Boots. It could be Boots. We're gonna bulk up first. If he Shadow Balls hard, then it's likely. So I'm gonna substitute first because it shouldn't do anything to me. Yeah, this is why I have pressure to stall this thing's moves out. 16, okay. He's fishing for the drop. 12, so he has 6 Shadow Balls left. I gotta time this well. because Corv is that important. I could run Mirror Armor, but because of the Shadow Ball drops, that's why I don't have it. Bulk up, then we're talking Cleave. He's only lost 1 mon. He's faster than me. But I mean, this had to be what it would come to anyway. He's faster than me. He's running a lot of speed. Man, I didn't know that was even... Because this runs... to even be in this speed tier, I think you have to be Jolly. So I expected for it to be like a Sludge Dance, obviously, but like a slower King Gambit. But this circumstance was always going to happen. Cleave, Clow, or whatever the fuck that shit's called. Let's see how much it's doing, because we got a bulk up. He's going to try to go up to +6. It's doing a lot. He's obviously going to go for +6. Yeah, him being faster than me is a big deal. I didn't expect him to be faster because then I could just sub-stall as well and stall this thing's Dark type move out. So yeah, this is just well EV team. I don't know if he's EV. It's for bulk up Corviknight. I doubt. I've never seen a bulk up Corviknight, so I don't think it's common enough to where this is the case. But well done. The T-Tar really put me behind. I did not expect T-Tar to come in. If I had growthed on the turn he went to T-Tar, based on what he I guess he would have. He was always planning to terrestrialize, so I guess he was just like, okay, if he goes to that, I'll just Terra flying and take the Giga Drain and knock him out with the flying move. So did 46 last time. So I bulk up again here. Oh, I did way too. Why does that shit doing so much to me? I'm +1 more and there's only a 6% difference. So obviously now I die. Yeah, that T-Tar put me way back. I could have also Dragon Clawed his the steel looking thing he just used. I double back to personally. I wouldn't have recommended a double to Garchomp there, especially if you're expecting Donphan to come in, because a lot of the Donphans I've seen run Ice Spinner. Well, I've seen about half of them run Ice Spinner. As you remember, I was like, I can see him trying to double, but because I don't use Donphan, I don't know what the initial switch to. What initial switch people use on King Gambit. So if Donphan is an initial switch, then it would make sense for him to try to double, because I guess he'd figure I wouldn't do any damage anyway since he doesn't have knockoff. And to be fair, that was a relatively safe double Dragon Claw, because even if he stayed in, I doubt he would have used the move Iron Head. So to be fair, I really, looking back, I could have Dragon Clawed again there. The Garchomp coming in on my Torkoal was way too big of a risk, because I don't have much for Garchomp, and then he gets the free rocks, and because he has Goldengo, I can't spin very easily. So yeah, in hindsight, Dragon Claw was perfectly fine there. But we learned a lot from that game. I really enjoyed seeing that Dragon Dance Tyranitar. I love him, the creativity, man. In this game, Sun plus Sunfish Annihilation. I should catch one of these mons off guard with this young close combat. It does have Goldengo, but as I said, just as rarely not rarely. The meta game is just so fucking unpredictable now that you just never know what you're gonna get. You know, Focus Blast makes a lot of sense here. I shouldn't have went Corviknight, actually. He made Trick. It doesn't make sense to Trick Fish. So he Nasty Plots, free switching a Fish, because Corviknight, for your U-turn. Though you could Focus Blast, but I doubt it. Nasty Plot doesn't make a lot of sense to have used there, but because you're like, okay, well, if I go hard Fish, you get nothing out of the turn, or if I go hard Salamis, you get nothing out of the turn, which are the things you'd expect. So I'm going to overheat because Ting Lao should come in and it just does way more. Ting Lu or whatever, because I'm not staying in anyway. Now, I could have missed and got nothing out of the turn, but what the fuck is that item? Okay. Well, now his item. I'm gonna be careful of his Azu too. The Azu could be a bitch if I'm not wary. Tinglu, very interesting. Scovalane is great, but as I said, I struggle with the. So There's Nasty Plot Goldinger, which isn't good for Corviknight, but it's good for. So I guess if you get rid of Goldinger, why would we do that? So if I go Roaring Moon, let's go Roaring Moon. U-turn. He's hazarding for sure. Not he's switching. Even if he switches, I get all the initiative that I need. Oh, he lived. That's not good. It's not the end of the world. I get to go Torkoal and Rapid Spin here. If he goes hard Goldengo, I can knock him out. Yeah, excellent. So he gets no hazards for you. And I get to keep the Sun Booster, though. He's probably going to go to his Fish. But him going to Fish means I get to go to... I could go Mence. Fish is a little too... Okay, he goes Dragonite for some reason. This is very interesting. For a couple reasons, but unless he is, I haven't seen a Fire Punch one in quite some time. Because usually if you see a Corviknight, you don't try to boost. But again, no Corviknight has ever bulk up. So if he's Fire Punch, then kudos. I still have my Scovaline and my Choice Scarf Donphan, push come to shove, but that'd certainly be a very cool thing. And the Sun Boosted Crunch with the Dark type with the Choice Band, I wonder how much that does to Azu. But people are combining, they have fairies, right? So I can't just Dragon Claw spam, nor can I just Crunch spam. So he Dragon Dances. I'll bulk up again. Substitute here. He does have fire. And you know, I was like, if he has fucking Fire Punch, yeah, so really well done there. So now I lose. Fire Punch again is really uncommon. Really, really uncommon. I think I'm the only one, and this was a team that was built 2 days in, had Fire Punch. So the play there was to break. No, like there's no way. Fire Punch is just not a set, you see. So there's no way to perfectly gauge whether he's Fire Punch, Ice Sprinter, because Ice Sprinter is on it every team because of the Garchomp. So Garchomp would just come in and phase this. But maybe he's struggling enough with yeah, so that's game, because I can't beat this Dragonite at this point. I don't have a Terra type that if I had a Terra type that would stop the maybe not. Let me think. Extreme Speed. You know what I should have done? If he was Ice Spinner, Brave Bird, break the multi-scale, and then I could go to Donphan here and probably take a hit. Now there's just no chance because he's too boosted. I'm curious how much Ice Spinner would do though. So we're gonna Ice Spinner because he shouldn't be able to knock me out with any one hit. With the attack boost, I still wouldn't have killed him. So had I Brave Birded with Corviknight, I'd have come in and actually taken this on, and I still would have won the game. So even though he had Fire Punch, the better play there, on the off chance that's a possibility, is to break the multi-scale and focus on actually beating, because I'm not sweeping with my Corviknight anyway. And Ice Sprinter is not 2-hit killing my Corviknight regardless. So Brave Bird into 2 Brave Birds would have done it. So there's actually no reason to go for substitute that turn. So actually deserved to lose that one. Regardless of whether or not he had Dragon. There were solutions around that. So we're going to grab another one. That one lost us quite a bit. But as I mentioned, we're going to keep going. That's what it lost us. We lost what? 50 points those last 2. But those were good losses though. I learned a lot, and those things won't happen twice. Let us see. What the fuck is this? I faced this, so I know for the most part this is what flying type. My Donphan's Headlong Rush is really good here. I just need to kill whatever this is. He's super weak to fire. Reverse choice Coverlane, like boosted Coverlane just eats my opponent up. So he'd actually try to guard against my Torkoal early. I remember when we used Iron Shucks in the beginning. Yep. As he uses the Iron Shucks. This might be Scarfed. Iron Shocks. If it is Scarfed, I don't know what the fuck this shit is. I mean, it's Scarfed. Just use the fucking item jam. Like, he might be Scarfed. Okay. Let me see what this thing's stats are. I actually don't know his defensive stats. I'd prefer the Crunch because it locks me. I'd prefer the Dragon Claw because it locks me into a move that Data Sandy shot. Actually, there's no way Dragon Claw's getting this shit. Let me just fucking put this shit in the Shadow Realm. He doesn't know anything about my. So Torkoal comes in. He Swords Dances. It's very bold of you. I'm debating whether or not this is the only thing that could stop my Scovelane, I think. Well, I guess the Fire Moth actually hard walls Scovelane. It just dawned on me. Well, I don't know why he set up. I'm a max defense Torkoal. There's no way you knock me out. So we're just gonna Lava Plume, even with Terra Dark. Wow, wrong. I was. If he has Ice Shard, I'm out of here. If he has Ice Shard, I'm out of here. I thought he'd use Ice Shard anyway. But if he has Ice Shard, I'm out of here. Headlong Rush. We force the Vulcan. Is Volk what we want to force in, or we want to force in that Hydreigon? It's 346 speed. Flying type. Roaring Moon should be able to come in on that. And but it's the electric one. Yeah, I'll just CC. One, I just need an Ice Shard. I don't think he'd have Swords Dance plus Ice Shard, but why did this just get a boost? Oh, okay, Court Drive. I was like, what the fuck? Not supposed to get a boost. This doesn't get Quiver Dance, right? I always forget what this thing does. I've never seen it Quiver Dance, so I always just assumed that it didn't get it. But he got a special attack boost, which means it's still slower than my Roaring Moon. So I'm really trying to get Scovelane to do some shit, but shit's looking rough. Actually, Fish is better here, because Fish is slower than... No, I don't have any Sun, so let's go Scovelane and see if we can attack and do something. Substitute. Very cool stuff. Should break the sub easily. Fiery Dance, and this allows for the Roarster to come in. And I don't want Braxcalibur getting a free setup, so we're gonna just Dragon Claw. Braxcalibur would be the only speed again. So now he's CCable, and this is actually a fast Pokemon, I've come to learn. I don't know what it's gonna try to do. I'll just go Corviknight here. Ice Spinner. He wants the Sun Word. No, he didn't get this boost from Sun. I think I should be straight to both up here. Okay. Alright. I really don't know what this ugly ass Hydreigon does. Got a speed boost. What is with all these fucking speed boosts? Brave Birding. Okay, so I guess Flamethrower. Actually live, which is great. Because now I can go to my Donphan and CC or Brave Birding again here. Oh no, I'm not roosting, Brody. Now this is a concern because the Brax, this is a speed tie. Oh, he's Swords Dance. Okay. That means I don't have to worry about it then, because he's Swords Dance Ice Shard. And there's just no way that kills Fish. Fish's defense is horrible, but there's just no way. It came embarrassingly close. Yeah, and so Roaring Moon, and obviously I haven't used my Terra type yet, right? Yeah, so I'm just Terra Fighting. There's no way you survive. I mean, I don't know if you'd have survived anyway, but GG. Yeah, so this game was a lot simpler. I'm glad I'm really proud of how I navigated not knowing what these did. This I've used a sandy shock, so I figured it would just be ground stab. I don't know. I've never seen this thing do much. Now I know that life orb +2 and the terrestrializing would kill my Torkoal from 75. That I can see. So I think we go 2-2 in this one. Very, very good losses though. Very, very good losses, guys. Again, I want to remind you guys, if you are on the ladder, because I have quite a few people that message me saying they're struggling with the early metagame. Guys, I don't want to go on a tangent, but basically, until your knowledge pillar is high enough, then there's no point. Like, you're not going to win your games. And because it's a new metagame, everybody's not, even my knowledge pillar is low, which is why when I go into a game, my brain kind of like, but as you get adjusted, it starts flowing very quickly. Okay, this does this, and this. And it does this much to this, and this. But you have to experience it. And to experience, you just have to go out there and lose as many battles as you can. And then ask yourself, what did I learn? What did I do well? As many as you can. The project that I've been working on should be wrapping up within the next 2 days. So then I can really sit down and ladder. Because all the games I've played, you've seen on the lives. And so I haven't gotten as much playtime in as I'd like, but as I said, this project's gonna be huge for the community, and it's gonna be done within the next 2 days maximum. So thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see